Okay, so as I was saying, there's three different points along the roof of your mouth on your hard palate. Okay, and the way that we have to look at the body is that we have the physical body and we have the non-physical body, and the non-physical body is that aspect of ourselves which is, of course, invisible. It's not material, it's not matter, but it is energy. And so I'm trying to just give you the background first. So the energy body, or what I sometimes call the bioenergetic body, is all interacted and connected to your physical body. And so in order to access or to affect the energy body, from which your life force is generated, we use the breath, and we also use different techniques that involve the physical body. Okay. And so first of all, the theory is that you have various energy strands of energy, or meridians, but a meridian is just a channel. So you have various channels through which energy is flowing through your body. Okay. And so according to the theory behind tongue connection, you have an energy channel that runs through the front part of your body. They call it the feminine energy channel. In the back, you have what they call the masculine energy channel. Okay. And so these energy channels help to move energy, conduct energy, and cause energy to do what it needs to do within you. And so the feminine energy channel in the front of the body, it comes and it terminates, it ends at the tip of the tongue. The masculine energy channel moves up the back. It goes to the top of your head, and then it ends at the hard palate. Okay. And along the hard palate, there are three different points. And I always forget the exact name, but I know it's, I would say it's air, water, and earth. Okay. And those 3 points are located at different places along the roof of your mouth on your hard palate. Okay. The first point is if you take the tip of your tongue and you put it, so look for your front teeth with your top front teeth with the tip of your tongue, and then go onto your gum area, right? And you feel some little wrinkles there, right? Little lines, okay? Then you go slightly above where those lines are with your tongue. That's the first energy point, okay? So that's the first one, and it is also the easiest one to locate and to connect your tongue to. And it's also, it's still powerful, but it's of the 3, it's the least powerful, okay? And so if you move your tongue there, that's one place you can place your tongue. If you move your tongue up further and go right into the center of your hard palate, so you go right at 12 o'clock in your mouth, right? You can feel with the tip of your tongue, you can feel an indentation there, right? And that's the second most powerful point. If you take the tip of your tongue, you slide it all the way back along the roof of your mouth, you're going to feel a little hump. And then beyond that hump, it gets soft. So that soft part is called your soft palate. The point where those two, where the soft palate and the hard palate connect that's the most powerful point. But it's also the hardest one to access because it's so far back. So people who are very, very serious about tongue connection, they take a little blade of some sort and they cut I think it's called the uvula, underneath your tongue. They don't just cut it, but they cut it little by little. So they cut a little bit, they put some medicine on it, they put a little bit, they put some more medicine until they loosen up the tongue, and which is going to allow them to comfortably move their tongue all the way back. So what they say, I'm just giving you what they say. They say that there is what they call a nectar. That's a language they use. So if you look at all the most ancient yoga texts and stuff, they talk about this nectar. That's the terminology that's dripping down from this area in the brain, and they want to collect it on the tongue, right? In order to allow, to capture this life force, right? That's the way they talk about it. Now, don't take all of that literally, because this is language that is coming from a different culture and that is being translated by some other folks who may be getting it wrong or may be misinterpreting or whatever, because you're looking at texts that are being written in English that was translated not by the original people, but by these other folks who we know we're talking about, right? So we know they be getting stuff wrong. So, but that's the idea of it, right? So my interpretation, from my understanding of bioenergetics, is that if you go right here in your head, right next to this little point right here in your ear, then next to your, near your ear, and you just go straight into the center of your head, you're going to meet at a part of your brain where your pineal gland is located. And so when you see the pineal gland, the reason they call it pineal gland, because it's literally shaped like a pine cone. So when you see a lot of religious iconography, or when you just see art of different sort, sometimes you see a banister, like a railing, a staircase, and you see at the end of it, they got a pine cone there, right? And you think it's just decoration, but this is a remnant of ancient ideas about the pineal gland and how energy moves and operates in the body. Okay. So for example, I've been to that church, y'all see Da Vinci Code. So I've been to that church where one of the churches that they used when they made that movie, right? The Da Vinci Code. And they have like the altar or the place where the priest goes to do the sacraments, right? In the Catholic, the Catholic rites, sacraments, communion, all that kind of stuff, right? And so you got a staircase that goes from the left and a staircase that goes to the right, from the right. And then at the top is where they have like a little place where the priest stands, right? And on one end of it, they got a bull. On the other end, they got a lion. Now, we know what the bull and the lion represent, right? So we talking about Leo and Taurus, right? But they say, oh, the bull stand for so-and-so because he was strong like a bull. Then they said the lion stand for so-and-so because he was brave like a lion. Well, this is stuff they making up because they got those pine cones there too, right? So just pay attention to art. When you go into old buildings, you look at the outside of buildings, you're gonna see pine cones. You're gonna see the Heruben deck. You're gonna see the circle with the wings, right? That's called the Heru Im Akit. No, that's called I think of it in a minute. But those are symbols. Look at the symbols on cars where they got like the little circle. Look at the Rolls Royce and Bentley. All of that stuff is taken from Kemetic. Look at the CBS symbol. That's the Eye of Heru. All of these things, they're taking our ancient symbols, right? So these things are expressed in these churches, right? Um, so, so I'm saying all of that to say that this is represented. So when you connect the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you are creating a energetic connection that pierces through the pineal gland. And then you start to stimulate the pineal gland to secrete the various neurotransmitters and the various biochemicals, right? That changes our consciousness. They give us a, it's just like if you go and you say, I'm gonna take ayahuasca or this, that, and the other, or you're gonna smoke a joint or whatever, and you feel different, right? Because you have either introduced a substance to your body, or you have introduced a substance to your body that has stimulated your gland to secrete something that gives you a transcendent experience, right? And so the ancients said, we don't need to take all that stuff. We just gonna use our own bodies. So we're gonna fast, we're gonna cleanse, we're gonna disassociate ourselves from the material world. So we give up our material stuff, and we let our hair grow long in locks, and they just do different things, right? Because they say we are disconnecting from the physical world. And this wasn't just in India, this was throughout the Black world, the dark skinned world, right? And so the modern name for those type of people is called ascetics, right? Ascetics. So they given up everything, and so people would feed them and give them stuff to take care of them because they viewed them as being special people, priests, very spiritual people. And so when people give them stuff, they view that as a way of getting, helping them, but also getting blessings in return and getting good karma in return, right? Because they're helping these people, And when I go to Ethiopia, like you think of this stuff, or this is what the people do in India. When I go to Ethiopia, and people say, "Oh, yeah, we have that here. We have people like that here in Ethiopia, up in the mountains, and so on and so forth, right?" So this is a very African type of life, right? And so, in terms of the minute differences between each point, off the top of my head, I can't tell you that, but the idea of why you do tongue connection, you have each point starting from the front, going all the way to the back, is a different degree of potency. And you do tongue connection because you're trying to create a circuit of energy that fortifies your life force so that your life force is not being dissipated, because we are energy. Energy moves from greater concentration to lesser concentration. So for those who are not aware of their energy is being drawn away, siphoned off, influenced by people, events, things, thoughts, other energetic forces around them that they're not aware of, right? And so for those who are yogis and internal energy practitioners who have the knowledge, they do tongue connection, right? Because that fortifies you against the loss of your energy, okay? And so that's why in our practice, we say we do tongue connection all the time. So throughout your practice, whether you're doing Sahu pose, whether you're doing alternate nostril breathing, whether you're just sitting in meditation, you always are doing tongue connection. If you're doing your movements and postures, you are always doing tongue connection, because tongue connection is part of how you work energy. This is what separates the yoga that we're doing from the popular yoga that's just about strengthening the core muscles and making your thighs and your butt toned, which is nothing wrong with that, but that's not our emphasis. Our emphasis is how can we have a transcendent and a transformative experience through the practices that we're doing, because that's what yoga is for, So, so I hope that answers your question a little bit, Yeah, but that's the information that y'all need. So there's a book. I think you all have it in your packet. By a man named Mantak Chia. Okay, yeah. And so if you read his book, because he's talking about energy, see, a lot of this knowledge comes from ancient Africa, from Kemet, Kush, so on and so forth, right? But then it spread around to different parts of the world. So there was so some of the ancient stories is like there was a sage who came out of Kemet, and he went into India, and then he started dealing with yoga and so on and so forth. He went into China, and he started dealing with the roots of what we call Shaolin, Tai Chi, Qigong, Kung Fu, right? And so you can trace. So, it's hard to say there was one person who did this, but it's another way of saying that you can trace the origin of all these arts back to Africa, right? So in Africa, there, so when ancient Kemet, the Nile Valley, when we think about Africa, we got to think about the Nile Valley is over 7,000, the Nile River is over 7,000 miles long. So you got to go down, you can't just think about the part of the Nile that's in Kemet, you got to think about it all the way down into Southern Africa. So this was a civilization that today the river flows through like 11 or 13 different countries. All of that whole Nile Valley was part of one gigantic civilization, not just in Kemet where those particular pyramids and stuff are, but it was throughout the whole thing. And so you had civilization in these places thousands and thousands and thousands of years before you even get to something called Kemet, before you even get to Nubia and Kush and so on and so forth, right? And so, there was no such thing as Europeans. There was no such, any people that was living in Europe, they was Black. Any people that was living in Asia, they was Black. So if you go back far enough, and whenever they find the oldest bones remains, they find what they call Negroid features. Because you can look at old bones, you can tell if the skeleton is from a female or a male based upon the hip bones. You can tell by certain configurations on the skull whether you're looking at a Negroid, so-called Negroid skull, or a Asiatic skull, or a Caucasian skull. And all of these words is just about, a lot of, for the most part, what they call race is just some made up stuff that the racists made up. Oh, you got different races. You got the Mongoloid race and the Negroid race and the Caucasoid race, and this one is higher than that one. They made up all of this stuff in order to justify, for two reasons: to justify slavery and to justify, so they could tell the lie that the ancient Egyptians were white, that these white people came from Mesopotamia and Southern Europe and came down into Africa and founded the civilization. But we know that's not true. Okay. So my point is that this knowledge that we're talking about is being diffused. So people in India got some of it. People in China got some of it. People in Japan. When you go back far enough into Japanese history and Japanese anthropology and archaeology, you find the Anu people, A-N-U. They were Black. You know, there's all kind of things happening in Japan that you can't even explain. You know, where these objects and stuff come from, these different statues and stuff. People speculate they come from somebody from another planet, right? I speculate that when you see things that you can't explain, it's because human beings learned how to meditate. And when you meditate, you're not just sitting there, you know, you are actually allowing your consciousness to go any place in the universe. What we call time, space, distance, all that stuff, these are constructs of the mind which are limited. Through meditation, you break down the limitation. That's what our ancestors is telling us. All these different symbols and stuff, that's what they're trying to say. That all of these different ideas of limitation, I'm limited to my brain, I'm limited to my physical body. They kind of tell us that all of this stuff is illusion. So that's one of the first principles that you learn, is that the physical body, the physical reality that we go through every day is an illusion. And so that's why the ascetics, those who give up their connection to the material world, that's why they do that, because they say, this is illusion. I don't need to eat all the time. I don't need to have this. I don't need to have that. It's all illusion. So they give it up, right? And so, so a lot of that knowledge has been, you know, diluted, taken away. You know, in the 60s and the 70s, the hippies got hold of it, and the fake swamis and gurus from India came over here, and they gave us this watered down type of stuff. You know, the hippies went, you know, they went down to Mexico and Central America. They went down to those people and they started, you know, taking their stuff and writing little books and figuring out ways to make profit from taking little pieces of information that came from the ancient past, you know. And so, so now we have this watered down, diluted thing. Everything is divided up. So what you want to do is be able to understand Chinese acupuncture, understand the theory and the system behind the meridians. Because when you study the Kemetic text, you see meridians. You know, you can see the idea of meridian, right? You can see the idea of how energy is supposed to flow. So technique is very important. That's why when we do technique, we do the technique specifically. We don't just say, oh, just do any kind of breathing. Tongue connection, breathe in through the nose, cause the energy to rise up from 3 inches below the navel. You know, you don't just breathe in, you got to focus and breathe in from here, because what's down here? This is where your life force is. Now, it's good to just breathe in and breathe out, but to breathe in and out come from the lower abdomen and try to draw the energy through from that lower chamber, that's where your more power comes from. And so that's where your power comes from, that allows you to have a deeper connection with the divine, a deeper connection with the universe, and to have a deeper ability to do what they called self-realization and self-actualization. So that's what you're trying to get to. Because those two concepts of self-realization and self-actualization, that comes from the walls of the temples in Kemetic, right? So they said, in order for you to really understand your true nature and what your true power is, you got to go through this process of self-realization, right? So that's why in your package that you have, you got that Journey to a Mentor 5-part meditation. It's designed to get you to the point of what we call self-realization and self-actualization. So self-realization is understanding what your true nature is. So in the second piece of that, I talk about becoming like Heru. Heru is this bird, this falcon, right? And that bird, the falcon, is a hunter. The falcon represents focus. The falcon represents concentration. The falcon represents single-minded thought. That's why they use the eye. Every time you see that eye, it's the eye of the falcon, because that falcon represents the ability to focus and to concentrate. But that eye also represents the ability to see beyond what's physically there, and to change and to allow your consciousness to see beyond the physical limitations that we are presented with, the physical limitations that society tries to impose upon us, right? So we live in a society that's dominated by people who enslaved us, right? And today that's where we live. But in the ancient times, you had other enslaving types of governments and conquerors. They did some of the things. They took away our original religion, our original spirituality, our original philosophy and understanding of the nature of the universe, to give us, to try to make us to believe a different narrative, right? And so all of this stuff is relative to what we call liberation. So in yoga, they use this word liberation all the time, but they make it seem as if you're supposed to just become disconnected from the world. Once you're not trying to become disconnected from the world, you want to become disconnected from your mental, physical, and spiritual conditioning, so that then you can carry out your work of helping to liberate the rest of society. So all the stuff that we do is about liberating the rest of us, right? It's not just about, I feel liberated, I'm going to, I've transcended, I did my transcendental meditation and now I'm free. No, you're trying to make your own, you're trying to free your own consciousness so that then you could do work in the community to help the rest of the people. The planet, the earth has to be healed, So that was the whole idea behind all of this stuff. Those monks in ancient times in India and China and all these different places, right? In Kemet, when there was the need for revolution, those guys, they didn't just say, and women, they didn't just say, oh, I'm meditating, oh, I don't care nothing about the world. No. When they would be in meditation, then they open up one eye and look around and say, there's a bunch of BS going on out here. That's when they went and got their sword. How come the baddest warriors is the Shaolin monks? They monks. But they cut you, stabbed you up. They knew how to throw a dart, do all kind of stuff and kill you. They can kill you with their hand like this, throwing some energy at you. I was watching this, The Acolyte on Disney. Y'all probably ain't watched that yet, right? But it's about, it's part of the Star Wars continuation. So it's about Jedi warrior and all that kind of stuff. But all of that stuff, it comes from these ancient stories. But those, so that the word the word Jedi, that's a Kemetic, that comes from the Kemetic word Jed, which is the spine, the symbol for Jed, D-J-E-D. That's where Lucas and all those other people got Jedi warrior, because Jed is your spine. The symbol for Jed, D-J-E-D, is your spinal column. It's your vertebrae of your spine. What's generated by your spine? Energy. So when they doing energy, they're using their mind to block somebody, make somebody think, take away their thoughts and all kind of stuff like that, or they just put their hand down and make somebody float up and then send them over there. They're using that from the spine. It's the life force, the source of the life force. So all of those different things they be talking about, they have taken it from the ancient text and put it into comic book form, and look at how powerful, look at the anime. Like some of y'all came up on anime, right? Look how that influenced your consciousness. I came up on Hercules and Samson and Superman and, all that kind of stuff. But it had an influence on me, although I don't believe in the American way, like Superman did. Superman is a fascist. He just strong. But his colors, the colors of America, red, black, red, white, and blue, that's Kemetic colors. Those are colors of ancient Kemet, red, white, and blue. Yes. The American flag, if you look at that picture right there, you look at Assar on the left, the throne he's sitting on is in the same configuration as the American flag. Look at, you see the little square at the bottom? That's where the stars would be. And then the stripes would be up there too. And it's 13 stripes representing the 13 colonies. The 13 colonies is the 6, the number is two numbers, 6 and 7, right? 6 stand for white people, for Europe. The 7, y'all know what the 7, number 7 is the 7 stands for black people, for African people, people of color. So they said, we taking all y'all stuff and get better than our stuff, we're gonna make 13. Then they say 13 is an unlucky number. They say don't deal with 13 because we want to keep 13 for ourselves. They won't even put a 13th floor in the building. They say 13, Friday the 13th is unlucky. All kind of stuff. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on that, that it goes into all of this stuff, so we have to become like warriors. And so we have to do our practices correctly. Always maintain your tongue connection. I got a friend who was a devotee of Alice Coltrane, right? Y'all know Alice Coltrane. Y'all know John Coltrane. His wife name was Alice Coltrane. She was a great musician in her own right. And she became a devotee in the Indians. That's what they do. They become devotees to that person who they call their guru. The word guru, like I don't like people calling me no guru. I'm not a guru. The word guru, people say, oh, that means teacher. It don't mean teacher. It means a person who is, when that person speaks, the creator is, the words that person is speaking is the words of the creator, right? So I don't want to be on no guru level, right? So, because that's another game that they play. Like I've been places where they give you a picture of themselves. They say, meditate on my picture if you need I'm gonna help. My spirit is gonna guide you through your meditation, because meditation is dangerous. They say this, you got to stare at my picture. So when you stare in that dude's picture, dude is got white skin, a big old white beard and stuff. His name is so and so and so and so. You know, from an Indian Kundalini yoga tradition. And then they say you gotta. And then they say when you stare at my picture, you're gonna see tears coming out the eyes of the picture. That's what they teach you. I've been doing this since the 70s. I've been through all Swami Rama, this one, that one, Satchidananda. I've seen them all. Okay. But what I was saying about Alice Coltrane, John Coltrane's wife, is that she's a she's a Swami. You know, that's in her tradition or her beliefs, she's a Swami. And I went to her house with my friend who is one of her devotees. She was his teacher. And so when we would talk to my friend, his name is Purusha, we would ask him about tongue connection. And he said, I cannot even do tongue connection until I get permission from my guru. Okay. And at a certain point, Alice Coltrane, her name is Swami Turiya, something, Turiya Nanda, something like that. You could say it? Oh, yeah, but they call it Swami Turi or something like that. But he said he couldn't do tongue connection till he gets permission from her. And even though she's passed, he's still waiting for her to give him permission. So he's saying that doing tongue connection is so spiritually powerful that you have to have permission from your guru. But we say that's their, you know, we don't speak Sanskrit and all that stuff. We don't need no permission. We doing this because we are the ones who invented this stuff, you know. So so and you know, if you go to San Francisco, they got the Church of John Coltrane. Y'all know that? They used uh oh yeah, Robbie, yeah, yeah. Alice Coltrane, yeah, she did Journey. The song that we listen to in class sometimes is called Journey to Satchidananda. Swami Satchidananda was her guru. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about Swami Satchidananda, because I don't want to tell all his stuff, but all the sordid details. Okay. So that's my introduction. So um part of me giving y'all these talks and stuff about all this stuff is part of y'all, you know, what y'all need to know. You know, it's not just about doing positions and stuff, you know. You have to do in traditional yoga, they got an aspect called jnana yoga, Jnana, jnana. And that means the yoga of knowledge. So that means reading, studying, you know, is part of your, you know, gaining knowledge, gaining information. That's yoga. When you sit down and read a book, that's part of your yoga practice. Don't think you got to just do a whole bunch of poses all day long, you know, which you should do your poses and postures and your breathing, but you should also be eating right. You should also be doing your study. You should also be doing a whole bunch of other stuff that's going to enhance you. You should also be giving of yourself, right? You know, giving of yourself, you know, and having honesty, you know, and stuff like that. So, huh? I ain't hear you. Oh, I don't know. I just sometimes I have to mute myself because people say I don't have no filters and stuff. So I just be saying anything, you know. not anything, but everything. I don't want to say everything, but so let's begin with cleansing breath. And part of what I wanted to do today was have some of you all come up and practice teaching. Okay. So we got the Haitian Viking, we got Ashika, we got Sister Erica, looking like I Dream of Jeannie. And we got Rashida, you know. I think you teach already, so I ain't got that. I know. I'm just messing with you, brother. Yeah. So, and then Yoga Fest is coming up, and so y'all gonna be teaching at Yoga Fest, and in fact, we're gonna have yoga classes for y'all. Kemetic yoga classes. So what I want y'all to do is teach when like when we have our classes for the general public. I want you to teach what we do in this system. Teach Kemetic yoga. I know y'all know a whole bunch of other stuff. I want y'all to teach Kemetic yoga. But if the Haitian Viking, if you want to do something, do a special thing based upon what you already do, we could put that on the thing too. Wait, say that again. Uh-huh. Okay, so we're gonna call that yogaletics, right? Okay, right. Okay, okay. But if I ask you to teach like a class, like a general Kemetic yoga class, that'll just be general Kemetic yoga. But you're gonna do your yogaletics workshop. We're gonna put that in. We're gonna put that in there as a workshop. And so if anybody else wants to do a special workshop, you can do that. Okay. All right. And I know y'all got specialties, but I need y'all to be able to do y'all thing, right? But also do a straight Kemetic yoga class. Okay. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So so let's do it like this. Who wants to come up first and teach cleansing breath? Come on, Chica. Huh? You can't get all the words? No, I want you to be able to. That's cool. Let me take these off so your voice ain't, I don't want to, you don't want to put this in your ear.
Recording in progress.
Okay, it's all right. Okay, cool.
All right, good night. Good evening, everyone. I said good night. We done already. Dang, we time up, so we done. Good evening. Welcome to 7 p.m. yoga. We're about to get started. We're going to start with our cleansing breath. So go ahead and grab your bag, and make your way onto your back. And you're going to extend your legs out. Allow the feet to gently open, legs shoulder width apart. remove the sandbag so that we can gauge our breath. Place it just below your abdomen, placing your arms to the side of the body, palms facing the ceiling, and draw the right and left shoulder down and away from the ears, allowing the body to relax. And just begin to notice the weight of the sandbag on your abdomen. And these next inhalations will be in and out through the nose, slowly. And as we inhale, we're going to allow our abdomen to rise. And as we exhale, we're going to allow our abdomen to go down. Inhale through the nose slowly, allow the abdomen to rise. And slowly exhale out the nose, allowing that sandbag to come down. Slowly inhale through the nose, allow the abdomen to rise. And slowly exhale out the nose, allow the abdomen to come down. Inhale, abdomen rises. Exhale, slowly exhale out the nose, abdomen comes down. Inhale. And exhale. Allow your breathing to return to normal. We're going to do a body stand here, starting at the crown of the head. Coming into our forehead, go ahead and relax the forehead. Relaxing the cheeks, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the back of the head, relaxing the neck. Slowly inhale through the nose, allow the abdomen to rise. And slowly exhale out the nose. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingers. Inhale through the nose slowly. And slowly exhale out the nose, relaxing the chest and the abdomen, relaxing the back. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhale, relaxing the hips, the thighs, the legs, the feet and the toes. Slowly inhale through the nose, allow the abdomen to rise. And slowly exhale out the nose, allow the entire body to relax. We're going to move into our cleansing breath. With the cleansing breath, we're going to take an inhale through the nose and hold, opening our mouth, and exhaling slowly out the mouth. And at the end of that exhale, we're going to hold. Slowly inhale through the nose, allow the abdomen to rise. And hold. Open the mouth. Slowly exhale out the mouth. Awesome. And hold. Slowly inhale. Allow the abdomen to rise. Hold. Open the mouth. Exhale. Awesome. And hold. Close the mouth. Slowly inhale through the nose. And hold. Open the mouth. Exhale. Close the mouth. Hold. Inhale. Allow the abdomen to rise. Hold. Open the mouth. Exhale slowly. Awesome. Close the mouth and hold. Allow that breath to return to normal. Feeling the body a little bit more relaxed. And on this next inhale, we're going to inhale through the nose. We're going to hold and we're going to do a forceful exhale. One quick exhale out the mouth. Slowly inhale through the nose. Allow the abdomen to rise. Hold. Exhale. Awesome. Inhale. And hold. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Open the mouth. Exhale. Close the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Open the mouth. Exhale. Awesome. Go ahead and do the next two on your own. Go ahead and take your stand bag off when you're ready. Place it to the side. Go ahead and place the right hand right below your chest at your sternum. Left hand comes over the right. Allow the thumbs to meet, forming a mercury or a pyramid. And allow the body to go into total relaxation. Staying with that breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Notice any differences from the start of your practice, even until now. Let's make that tongue connection at the roof of our mouth. Allowing the tip of the tongue to touch the roof of the mouth. Breathing at your own pace. Observing the rise and the fall of your abdomen. Let's take a collective inhale through the nose here. Allow the abdomen to rise. And slowly exhale out the nose, allowing the abdomen to go down. Inhale, allow the arms to come up. Exhale, palms to the mat. Go ahead and bring the right and the left leg together. Flex the feet so that the feet are at a 90-degree angle. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, bring chin to chest. Inhale, arms rise up, shoulder height. Activate the core. Exhale, allow the body to rise. Inhale and exhale, allowing the hands to come down to thigh. And we're going to come into Sesh Pose Variation 1. You want me to continue? Sesh Pose Variation 1, let's place both hands at the front of the shin. And go ahead and you're just going to lift the chest, coming into the sit bones, drawing the ears down, drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Slowly inhale through the nose, allow the chin to rise slightly. Exhale, chin to ceiling. Releasing the throat. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, head rises to center. Exhale, gaze towards the left wall. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, gaze towards the right wall. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, chin to ceiling, releasing the throat, allowing the shoulders to relax, lips together. Inhale, head center. Exhale, chin to chest, releasing the neck, relaxing the shoulders down. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, gaze at the left wall, releasing the arteries, the vagus nerve. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, gaze towards the right wall. Inhale, head to center. And exhale, find your breath. Go ahead, inhale, arms come up shoulder height. Exhale, bring those hands over the left shoulder, taking the right hand and the left hand down under the ear, under the knee. Lifting the chest, inhale through the nose. Exhale, allow the chest to come to thigh. And when you're ready, go ahead and wrap those arms, if you like, around the knee. With each breath, feel the expansion of your abdomen against the thigh. And as you feel that release, feeling that release in your upper, mid, and lower back, slowly inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale, lifting the left and the right arm out. Exhale, extend the arms down, lifting through the spine. And be mindful to relax the body into these poses, relaxing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Slowly inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale, allow the arms to rise shoulder height, taking it over to the right side. Exhale, right hand and left hand under that right knee, lifting the chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, chest to thigh. Lengthening through the spine. Go ahead and take the right and the left arm, wrapping it under the knee. And allow the body to rest against the thigh, feeling the expansion in your abdomen with each breath. Slowly inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale, left and right arm extends out. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. And lengthen through the spine. Go ahead and check your posture here. And make sure both shoulders are level, that you're not sinking more into the left or more into the right. Inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale, arms rise, shoulder height, coming back center. Exhale, both hands coming underneath. Lifting the chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, forward fold, taking the chest down to the floor. Allow the head to relax. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhale. Inhale, go ahead and bring the left and the right arm out, extending them in front of you. Reaching forward as far as you can, relaxing into the pose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, release all tension. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhale. Inhale, arms rise with the ears, pointer finger to thumb. Exhale, hands come down to thigh. Allow the arms to rest against the thighs. And find your breath here. And slowly inhale through the nose, maintaining the tongue connection. Slowly exhale, relax the hips, allow them to open up a little more. And let's go ahead and make Kemetic hands, bringing our right and our left hand down to the side. And go ahead and allow those shoulders to rotate, palms facing the ceiling. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come together. Inhale, palms face the front. Exhale, take it down to the mat, releasing the chest to the floor. Walk it out once you're there. Feeling that release in the shoulders, mid and lower back. Slowly inhale through the nose, feeling the expansion as your abdomen rises. Exhale, draw the belly button to spine, releasing all of that stagnant air. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhale. Inhale, arms rise with the ears, taking it all the way up, pointer finger to thumb. Exhale, hands come down, making that beautiful rainbow around yourselves. Allow the forearms to rest against the thigh. Inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the nose. Let's go ahead and extend our legs out in front of us. And flex the feet, allowing the feet to be at a 90-degree angle, taking the palms to thigh. Inhale, arms come up shoulder height. And exhale, take them down. Go ahead and take the hands under the knees and take them up just a bit. Inhale, lifting the chest, coming into the sit bones. And exhale, palms to hand, to thigh. Inhale, arms rise, shoulder height. And exhale, reach for the shin, ankle, the sole of the foot, allowing the chest to rest against the thighs. With each breath, feel that expansion and that release in the back. Relax the shoulders. Slowly inhale through the nose, expand the abdomen. And slowly exhale through the nose, draw the belly button to spine. And continue to breathe, maintaining that tongue connection. Inhale, arms rise, shoulder height. Exhale, knees come down, palms come down. And let's take those hands under the knees, lifting the knees. And go ahead and open the chest, draw the shoulders down away from the ears, onto our sit bones. Bring those palms to thigh. Inhale, arms come up shoulder height. Exhale, reaching for the shin, ankle, the sole of the foot. Allowing the chest to rest against the thigh. And continue with that breath. In through the nose slowly. And out through the nose slowly. Expanding and contracting the abdomen with each breath. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhale. Inhale, arms come up shoulder height. Exhale, knees come down, palms come down. You go ahead with your right hand, reach for that right ankle and draw it in. Bring that right foot to the inner thigh. Both hands come to left thigh, flex that foot. Inhale, arms come up shoulder height. Exhale, reaching for your shin, ankle or sole of the foot, lengthening through the spine. If you can, try not to round the back, lengthen through that lower back. Slowly inhale through the nose, allow the head to relax down. Exhale, slowly drawing belly button to spine. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhale. Inhale, arms rise, shoulder height. Exhale, hands to thigh. Taking the right hand, go ahead and take that right knee up and press it down. And let's move to that left ankle. Taking the left hand, drawing that left foot in. Both hands to right thigh, flexing that right foot. Sitting tall. Inhale, arms come up, shoulder height. Exhale, reaching for the shin, ankle, or sole of the foot. And take a moment to observe where in your body you're feeling this release. Observe if one side of your body may feel a little different than the other. Maintaining that tongue connection. Slowly inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Inhale, expanding the abdomen. And slowly exhale, drawing belly button to spine. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come down to back. And taking that left hand, taking that left knee up and back down. And go ahead now and take the right foot to mat. Taking the right hand to right knee, left hand to right ankle, and draw the foot close to the glutes. Left hand to left thigh and flexing that left foot. Inhale, left arm rises, shoulder high. Exhale, reach for that toe and go ahead and take that left arm, wrapping it around the right leg, taking that right palm back. And slowly inhale through the nose. Exhale, allow your gaze to be towards the front of the room. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, towards the front of the room, your gaze. Inhale, back center. Exhale, allow your gaze to be over your right shoulder. And inhale, head back center. And find your breath here. Inhale, lifting up that right arm, extending the left, and go ahead and take both arms back towards the front. Releasing that hand, the right leg down. And we're going to move over to the left leg, taking that left foot to mat. Left hand to left knee, right hand to left ankle, and draw that foot towards the glutes. Go ahead and flex that right foot, sitting tall, right hand to right thigh. Inhale, arm comes up shoulder height. Exhale, reaching for your right foot and taking that right arm, wrapping it around the left, and taking that left palm behind you, lifting the chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, allow your gaze to come towards the front of the room. Inhale, gaze back center. Exhale, allow your gaze to be towards your left shoulder. Inhale, back center. Exhale, allow your gaze to be towards the front of the room. Inhale, back center. Exhale, allow your gaze to be over your left shoulder. Inhale, allow your gaze to be back center, lifting that left arm, lifting the right arm, and taking both arms back to the front, releasing that left leg down. Okay. Let's take it into Sashko's variation 2. And coming onto our hands and knees, bringing both knees close together. Go ahead and tuck those toes. And let's take that left hand to the outside of the left knee and the right hand to the outside of the right knee. And slowly ease your way into this pose. If at any point it becomes uncomfortable, ease out of the pose. Go ahead and take both hands, placing them on your palms, on your thighs. And relax into the pose. Slowly inhale through the nose, maintaining that tongue connection. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms rise, shoulder height. Exhale, taking the palms down to the mat. Go ahead and wiggle your toes, ankle rotation. Bringing those legs back together. Pointing the toes, allowing the shins to come down to the mat. Taking the left hand to the outside of the left knee and the right hand to the outside of the right knee. Gently bring yourself back, maintaining your weight on your hands until you're comfortable. Allowing the glutes to come down towards the heels, opening up the instep. Go ahead and take both hands when you're comfortable, resting them on your thighs. Slowly inhale through the nose here. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms come up into a pyramid. And go, or a Merkut. And go ahead and take those hands down to the mat. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, taking the forehead to the center of that pyramid, allowing the arms to rest against the mat. Relax the shoulders. With the expansion of each breath through your inhalation, feel that release in your upper, mid, and lower back. Slowly inhale through the nose, expanding the abdomen. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Inhale, go ahead and press against the mat with the palms of the hand. Exhale. Inhale, arms rise, shoulder height. Exhale, release back down into table pose, ankle rotation, wiggle the toes. And go ahead and point the toes once again, taking those shins down to the mat. And let's take that left hand in front of the left knee. Right hand comes into the front of the right knee. And we're going to take it down into cheetah pose. Easing into the pose, taking the glutes down to the heels. And draw the shoulders down and away from the ears, allowing your gaze to be towards the top of your mat. And find your breath here. Slowly inhaling through the nose. And slowly exhaling through the nose. Inhale, allow that left forearm and right forearm to come down to the mat. And exhale, allow your gaze to be towards the top of your mat, drawing your shoulders down and away from the ears. With each breath, again, feeling that expansion. Inhale through the nose, releasing that left arm and right arm, extending it fully out in front of you. Allowing the head to rest down upon the mat. Releasing those shoulders. Releasing the traps. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhale. And slowly inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the nose. And on this next move, we're going to move our body, allowing our head to come up towards the top of our mats. I'm doing modified. Into Wajak or cobra pose. Extend the chin to ceiling. And go ahead and tuck the toes, coming into a high plank. And take it into Merkut. And go ahead, if you need to, walk those feet up a couple of inches so that those heels are down on the mat. Coming up on the balls of the feet. Bending the knees, coming right back into table pose. Untuck the toes and sink the hips back towards the glutes, extending the arms out in front of you. Find your breath. Maintain your tongue connection. Inhale slowly through the nose. And slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale, coming into tabletop. And taking that right foot to the top of the mat. Both hands to the outside of the right foot. And go ahead and tuck that left foot, taking it up into a low plank, or a low lunge. And gently bring that left knee down to the mat, point the toe, taking that shin down to the mat, bringing both arms under that right thigh. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, left hand over right. Exhale, both hands come and rest on that right thigh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, pressing those hips towards the front of the room. Inhale. And exhale, chin to ceiling. Inhale, allow your body to rise back up. And exhale, chest to thigh, bringing those hands out, shoulder height. Go ahead and take the hands down to the mat. Curl that back toe, coming into high plank. And back down to table pose. Taking that left foot to the top of the mat, both hands on either side of the foot. Tuck that back toe and come into low lunge. Be sure that foot in the back is at a 90-degree angle. Gently allow that right knee to come back down to the mat. Uncurl the toe, shin the mat. Bringing both arms under that left leg. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, hands together. Inhale, left hand over right. Exhale, both hands come to left thigh. Inhale. And exhale, pressing the hips towards the front. Inhale. And exhale, chin to ceiling. Inhale, allow the body to come back center. And exhale, chest to thigh, bringing both arms out, shoulder height. Allow the palms to come down to the mat. And curl that back toe. Actually, we don't do that here. Okay, take that left foot back. And go ahead and ease into those glutes. Observe how your body is feeling. Slowly inhale, expanding the abdomen. And slowly exhale. Inhale, taking it right back into tabletop. Continue.
I think you need it there.
Okay. Excellent. It was okay? All right. I knew one more thing. I knew the ones where we put the leg up, but then we just learned the asar, so I remember that one. Okay. Well, that's awesome. That was good. All right. I didn't know if it was everybody was doing so that's why I kept looking up like, should I keep going? I didn't know.
Well, yeah, I just don't want to keep everybody too long, you know. So any questions? Anybody? Yeah, so when you practicing, remember, or when you teaching, remember to give your students a cue about maintaining the tongue connection. Remember to keep them on cue with Breathing in and out slowly. Moving the energy up the spine to the crown, then to the forehead with the inhalation. Moving the energy through the arms, into the hands, into the feet with the exhalation. You know, so with Kemetic yoga, you know, it's in YogaSkills method, it's more to think about. So, and so to me, it's a little bit harder it's a little bit more difficult of a system to learn and then to teach, because you're not only teaching physical body stuff, but you're also teaching about the energy flow. And so you got a cue about energy and how to move life force and stuff through the body, because part of your goal is to get your students to experience what it's like to move energy. And so you want your students to feel different when they get finished, and you don't want them to just feel like, oh, I'm so exhausted from doing all those movements and parts. You want them to feel rejuvenated and recharged and stuff, right? So somebody told me that's how they feel when they take your class.
What?
Rejuvenated and recharged.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's what somebody told me, so that was a good thing. That was a good report, you know, that I got back, because I be checking y'all out. You know, so at any rate, keep flowing with the breath, keep it moving, keep the life force, keep the energy connected. So we're going to end by taking the left hand across the chest, the right arm across the left. You're going to make your Kemetic fist. With your eyes closed and with sincerity, you want to give thanks and praise to the Creator and to our ancient ancestors who have revealed to us this knowledge of rejuvenation and revitalization. So as we step into the future with the knowledge from the past, the breath will be able to flow long, slow, and deep to bring rejuvenation, revitalization, balance, and harmony to the mind, the body, and the spirit. Hotep. And we say the word Hotep, which means peace and eternal health. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have juice for everybody to us.